Which African country is a nuclear power? Well, there was only one, South Africa, but it gave up its nuclear capabilities. And it's no wonder that Africa is not given the same attention in the world because it does not have nuclear leverage. The Western countries, therefore, do not fear to exploit Africa. But this is going to change forever. That's because Burkina Faso has made some secret agreements with Russia and its atomic agencies. This is to establish Burkina Faso's first ever atomic energy agency. What will this agency do that has made the West nervous? Will Burkina Faso use this agency to also develop nuclear capabilities in addition to making energy? In this video, let's find out. So, what's the story? Well, Burkina Faso has shocked everyone by establishing its own atomic energy agency following extensive talks with Russia. However, this should not be confused with the nuclear power plant, which was established earlier after collaboration with Russia. This move, which initially focused on building a nuclear power plant to address the country's severe energy deficits, has now expanded into a broader and more complex initiative. The creation of the Burkina Atomic Energy Agency, BAEA, suggests a potential shift in focus from purely peaceful nuclear energy applications towards capabilities that could include nuclear weapon development, even including technologies like missile systems. But how did Burkina Faso reach this point? The collaboration between Burkina Faso and Russia began with the construction of a nuclear power plant. At that time, experts knew that this would ultimately lead to atomic collaboration between Russia and Burkina Faso. You should know that Burkina Faso has long struggled with severe energy shortages, with only about 21% of its population having access to electricity. The country's reliance on biofuels like charcoal and wood, along with imported oil products, has been inadequate to meet its growing energy demands. The need for a more reliable and sustainable energy source led the Burkina government to explore nuclear energy as a viable solution. Discussions with Russia, a global leader in nuclear technology, began with a focus on constructing a nuclear power plant. This plant was envisioned as a means to significantly increase electricity access in Burkina Faso, with the goal of achieving 95% coverage in urban areas and 50% in rural areas by 2030. However, the establishment of the BAEA signals a broader ambition. While the initial talks centered around using nuclear energy for peaceful purposes, such as power generation, the creation of an atomic energy agency introduces the possibility of expanding into nuclear weapons development. This shift raises concerns about the dual-use nature of nuclear technology, where capabilities developed for energy purposes can also be adapted for military applications. The move to establish the BAEA could be interpreted as Burkina Faso positioning itself to explore the full spectrum of nuclear capabilities, including using it for military capabilities. But what are the new memorandums signed between Burkina Faso and Russia? Just recently, Burkina Faso and Russia signed various memorandums of understanding at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum in 2024. These moves cover a wide range of areas, including education, infrastructure development, and public opinion management, all of which are essential for establishing a comprehensive nuclear program. However, the involvement of Russia, a country with a well-established military nuclear program, raises the possibility that these agreements can also lay the groundwork for military applications of nuclear technology in Burkina Faso. The BAEA will oversee the development of nuclear infrastructure in Burkina Faso, including regulatory frameworks and safety standards. While these are critical for civilian nuclear energy projects, they are also necessary for any potential military applications of nuclear technology. And as of now, Burkina Faso has not yet explicitly said nuclear capabilities will be developed. However, the agency's role in educating the public and building human resources could be seen as part of a broader strategy to prepare the country for a more significant nuclear capability. What's more, the country's alignment with Russia marks a departure from appeasing Western countries. To this moment, Western countries put sanctions and try to punish countries developing nuclear capabilities. Yet, Burkina Faso doesn't care because it's determined and it has Russia on its side. What's more, regionally, Burkina Faso's pursuit of nuclear technology could initiate a trend of nuclear development throughout Africa, making the continent gain more leverage. Here's a reminder to please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Africa's geopolitics, economy, and changing landscape. Let's continue now. But how will Burkina Faso proceed, given that it has rectified the nuclear test ban treaty? For years, Burkina Faso aligned with global efforts to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons, ratifying the NTBT as part of its commitment to international peace and regional stability. That's because the West ensured other countries didn't develop nuclear weapons except for itself. In other words, despite rectifying treaties, the Western countries continued developing their nuclear weapons. Earlier, this treaty, designed to ban all nuclear explosions, whether for civilian or military purposes, was a reflection of Burkina Faso's dedication to global security. By ratifying the NTBT, the country positioned itself as a nation focused on promoting peace and supporting non-proliferation initiatives worldwide. However, the decision to establish the BAEA under the leadership of Captain Ibrahim Traoré signifies a dramatic pivot in Burkina Faso's nuclear policy. The creation of this agency indicates that the country is now exploring a broader range of nuclear capabilities, including those that could lead to the development of nuclear weapons. One of the BAEA's first likely actions is to remove the NTBT from Burkina Faso's constitution. This legal change would remove previous restrictions and allow the country to pursue nuclear technologies that were once off limits under the NTBT. That's the same as Western countries do. Thus, the establishment of the BAEA not only marks the beginning of Burkina Faso's nuclear energy program, but also signals a potential interest in expanding nuclear capabilities beyond civilian energy production. By removing the NTBT from its constitution, Burkina Faso would dismantle the legal barriers that have, until now, prevented it from pursuing nuclear weapons development. It's interesting to know that earlier, Western countries created hurdles for countries by making them commit to developing nuclear capabilities in their constitution. But will Burkina Faso succeed in becoming a nuclear power? The simple answer to this question is, if Burkina Faso has plans to develop nuclear capabilities and weapons, there is no one that can stop it from doing so. Just recently, a delegation from Russia's state corporation, Rosatom, recently visited Ouagadougou, Burkina Faso's capital, to discuss building the country's first nuclear power plant. From August 6 to 10, Rosatom representatives engaged in extensive negotiations with the Burkinabe government, emphasizing the country's ambition to double its electricity production by 2030 through nuclear energy, as confirmed by Burkina Faso's Ministry of Energy. However, it will be quite confusing if it's said that the 4 days negotiations were about developing electricity only. Experts believe the main focus of the discussion was in what manner Burkina Faso will develop nuclear weapons. That's because such a project demands substantial investment, meticulous planning, and strong partnerships. Rosatom, with its global reputation for successfully executing nuclear projects, has the necessary technology and experience to support Burkina Faso in this venture. What's more, the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, has fully endorsed Burkina Faso's nuclear power project. During a visit in January 2024, Mikhail Chudakov, the IAEA's Deputy Director General, emphasized that nuclear energy is clean, environmentally friendly, reliable, less expensive, and its cost can be predicted in the long term. This endorsement from the IAEA bolsters confidence that nuclear energy could play a crucial role in addressing Burkina Faso's energy challenges. But it does not stop here. It turns out that Burkina Faso and Russia had been secretly calibrating for longer than we know. In June 2024, at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, Rosatom and Burkina Faso's Ministry of Energy, Mines, and Quarries signed a memorandum focused on training and preparing local personnel for nuclear energy operations. That's because the success of any nuclear power plant hinges on the availability of highly skilled workers, making the training of Burkinabe specialists a critical factor for the project's long-term success. This goes way too far back in the past, since February 2017, when Burkina Faso's Foreign Minister Alpha Berry and Russia's Sergei Lavrov held talks in Moscow, there has been consistent diplomatic interaction. More recently, in September 2022 and September 2023, Russian President Vladimir Putin met with Burkina Faso's transitional leaders during UN General Assembly sessions and other forums, focusing on cooperation in trade, civil aviation, sports, and education. In October 2023, Rosatom and Burkina Faso's Ministry of Energy, Mines and Quarries signed another memorandum of understanding on the peaceful use of nuclear energy. A roadmap for collaboration was signed in March 2024, with plans to build a nuclear power plant by 2030. And if this is seen in context with the establishment of Burkina Faso's Atomic Energy Agency, it becomes obvious that the collaboration is leading to ambitious plans for nuclear capabilities. What do you think? Should African countries develop nuclear capabilities and get the leverage? Isn't it true that if African countries had nuclear power earlier, the West would not have dared exploit it? In the comments section right below, share your thoughts on what if Burkina Faso develops its own nuclear weapons. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We have decided to bring videos on something nobody talks about: African politics, economy, and increasing power. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.
Tell us what you think in the comment section. Like and share the video, and subscribe so that you don't miss any of our African videos. It's the best way to support us.